Hi there, welcome again. Today I want to go through the do's and don'ts of designing a craft room and then just show you not necessarily my struggles, but kind of I wish I would have done this, or I wish I would have done that instead of this. So let's go in. I'm just going to show you exactly what's working and what's not. So here we go. Now, the first thing that works is this right here. And the reason why I say that is I love this open concept. I never wanted my craft room to be this like complete area of solitude where I never see the world. My kids are going up and down the stairs. I love hearing them, seeing them. But when I have company over and I don't want anyone to see the mess, that frosted glass look is perfect for hiding the clutter. You don't see the table. You don't see the clutter on the table. What you do see is the beautiful woodwork and lighting. So you don't see all the ugliness that most craft rooms usually have. Not that it's ugly, but it's very cluttered. So that's what's working. Number one, the frosted glass look is a must. Number two, a must. Everyone needs an ideal wall. This one's actually a magnetic wall that you can write on. You can see this is just that erasable marker. It's great for putting up projects, a great place to showcase your work. And anything that you're working on that you've tested out and you say, hey, I want to create that, perfect. It's a perfect place for that. What's not working is the wall. Most people, most crafters, very seasoned crafters would say, that's a waste of space. And you know what? I completely agree. In hindsight, I did not need all that space for an ideal wall. I need maybe this much space, this strip right here, not all this. All this could have been storage. And I'm going to show you the storage that I do have, but yeah, no, like this is kind of all wasted space. And why I say that is there is also the same look. That is all wallpaper, writable wallpaper. So really in the end, I don't really need that other wall because I could have written all over this wall here, anywhere. Posted stuff, as much stuff as I wanted, any ideas on that whole wall, right there. Even behind my stamps, I could have placed and stuck stuff on anywhere on there. So that's a don't. Do have an ideal wall, but don't cover up a whole wall that could have been storage. FYI. So there's a don't. Number 3, don't put a TV up unless you love to watch TV. That thing hasn't been turned on since COVID. I don't usually. I love my solitude. If I'm crafting, I put on some music. Even then, I don't even put on music. I just like to craft in peace and quiet. Especially when I usually have 5 to 6 kids in the house after school. It's, I like it really quiet. Anyways, so that's a don't. A do, though, however, is to have a monstrosity of a crafting table. Yes, this is a do. A don't is doing that. And you're probably wondering what's wrong with that. I'm like, I fit a few boxes down there, a little trolley of crafting supplies, and a printer. That all could have been built up and storage space, more storage space for paper and inks and you name it, as much stuff as you wanted. So that empty space, not good. So that's a don't when you're designing your table. And make sure when you do design the table like this, it is very sturdy. If a tornado hit, that sucker should not move, like seriously. And you know what? It is the most sturdiest table ever. It's beautiful. It's custom made. I cannot complain. It's beautiful. One of the things that I did have a say in, well, I had a say in pretty much everything, but I didn't really think too much about designing this whole space as much as I should have, because again, I had 2 kids under the age of 2. My husband said, it's time to build a house. And I thought, are you serious? I said, I was in survival mode. So with that being said, my husband and a designer designed this space. And you know what? For people who don't craft, they did an amazing job. I did, however, have a say in this. And that was this look right here. Do you see that? That is actually glass that's lifted off of the table, so you can place things all the way underneath. And so for me, it's a place to showcase your artwork, really. Yeah, it's a place to showcase all the artwork. Or in my case, I actually put all the crafting supplies underneath, and then on top, I craft on top of a piece of tile that I record off of. So yeah. So that's a do. That's a do, big do. Another do is making sure you make use of every space. Now you can see this is that the word cantilever? Or you know how it's jetted in this way? So there's a lot of space right in this wall here. Oh, so there's a lot of space here, between here and here. That's what, about 10 inches of space? Well, my designer is an absolute genius, and she took that wall space and she just turned it into a place to store all my crafting supplies. I thought it was genius. So I guess, yeah, this makes up for whatever was missing down there. So yeah, she did 2 of those. Just like that. Copic markers, oxides, distress inks, VersaFine inks, you name it, everything is in here. So yes, this is definitely a do. Now, when I say don't, there's nothing, like this is definitely a do. There's nothing about don't about this. Do though, however, like I said, do that to that other wall. Remember I was telling you about how that other wall is just blank space? Yeah, that could have been all storage as well. So in hindsight, that's a do. If you can do that to these walls, then you're laughing. It's great. I would definitely do that. Yeah, the woodwork you see here in here actually matches the woodwork in the rest of the house. And so the designer thought, you know, let's have this cohesive, unified look. Let's bring some of the woodwork into the craft room. Another do is making sure you use space that's underneath your windows. Either putting more storage, or like this, I used an IKEA table, and yeah, where it just lifts off like that. And it, so it just does like that. And there's two of these that do that. And it's just another workspace. When I'm crafting and everything is on this table behind me, and my daughter wants to craft, her and her friends can come in here, and they usually use this space here if they want to craft with me. So that's definitely a do. Another do, unless you are 6'11", a ladder. Oh my gosh, that to me is the best thing I ever put in this craft room, is a ladder. This is, yeah, so talk about maximizing space. This is maximizing space right here, because I've storage all the way up to the top. And yes, there's a lot of stuff up there. So everything from my Christmas or holiday decor, a lot of my mini albums for Thanksgiving, or even my 12 by 12 displays for Christmas and Thanksgiving holidays are all up there. So yeah, so this by far is a do if you can do this. I'm blessed. Yeah. Not very many people can do this, but if you are designing a monstrosity of a craft room, build it all the way up. So that's your do. As soon as if you can, build it all the way up, get all the storage up there, and then one of these. So yeah. What's another do in this craft room? Okay, another do. Another do is having this cart here. I wouldn't call this a dumping ground for stuff, but I believe that everyone should have a place where you can put the new stuff that you purchased right on top. Now, none of this is new. All this stuff under here is all old, not old, but storage for other stuff. But having a place, a basket, where you just have new materials that you just purchased. And the reason why I say it should be there, it should be right out staring at you, is that it allows you to say, oh my goodness, I should stop shopping. It says, you got a lot of stuff, use this before you store it. Because I do have storage for all my stamps and all that stuff, but anything new, I will not put it in their storage sleeves or anything like that until they're used. And so I keep it out here as a reminder that I've got too much stuff. Too much. So use it before you buy. Anyways, it's good to have one of these little things rolling around saying you have stuff you can use, so stop buying. So that's a do. Another don't, that right there. I bought this table here, and then I saw this pegboard, and I thought, I need that. I don't know, just because I need that. And I've seen it in other people's craft rooms, and they use it and they utilize it in a great way. But for me, it was more of, I need to fill this space. But then I didn't have a purpose for it. And so now I was just sitting there, and it's a dumping ground for more new stuff. So if you have one of these pegboards and you have a great way of using it and how you organize it, could you put that in the comment section below? Let me know how you organize your pegboard or what you use it for. That would be great. So there's that. That's a don't, but a do. And then my last do is, that's my last do. No, this is one of my other do's. I have other do's. Is having a filing system. Here, if you're doing projects and stuff and you really want to do, like within the next few months, you're like, oh, I need to make this video. Like for example, free scrapbook elements. Need to make this video. Or you have extra greeting cards and you need to place it somewhere. This is a good way to do it. Just having a little filing system placed on the wall that doesn't impede anything else. And it's just a reminder of what projects you want to complete, or anything that like for example, all the photos that I want to put in the scrapbook journals I have up there. So that's a good system to have. So that's a do. I have one more do. Let's see here. This is another do, but again, a don't. This is a do right here. Showcasing your artwork. I love having this table out where I have all the cards I've completed. I do have a staff of 25, if not more now, my husband's staff, that I bless every so often with birthday cards, thank you cards, people at the church that I constantly want to thank for everything that they've done for me, and just so many people in my life that I want to thank and I always want to write cards to and give things to. So I have a space right here that has a place for all my cards, all of the wax seals. So every time I walk by it, it's a reminder that says, hey, there's a card here. Write a word of encouragement to a friend, colleague, someone. Always needs a tender word, I think, to help them along the way, especially in this world. So thank you so much for joining me as I shared with you the do's and don'ts of creating and organizing a craft room. I cannot complain. I am truly blessed to be in this space. But if I wasn't postpartum, 8 years ago trying to care for my wonderful babies, I think I would have done things a little differently. But in general, my husband and the designer, they're the bomb. They did such a great job, considering the fact that neither one of them craft. So thank you so much for blessing me with this room. I love you, Dennis. I think you're a fantastic man. And yeah, I hope that anyone who's designing a craft room, I hope you got some tips and tricks from this video. So take care, have a fantastic week. Make sure you get in your craft room to craft, to nourish your soul, and to bless others with your crafting. So have a great week. Bye.